Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the channel. Hope you're all well. Hope you've survived Storm David last night, which was a bit of a lashing for some of us, but we're back with football after the international break. A pretty poor international break, if the truth was known. England didn't cover themselves in glory, but we're back to domestic football now, and FA Cup quarter-final. This game coming from the London Stadium between West Ham and Leeds. The winners of this go into the quarter-final, into semi-final draw, and a semi-final at Wembley. So there's a lot to play for. And both these teams will be well matched in this game. It'll be a tight game, this, because they're both above or just inside the relegation zone. There's not much between these two teams. Leeds in 15th and West Ham in 18th, and there's only 4 points separating them, so they're evenly matched, and West Ham will probably just have the slight advantage with being at home, but you just never know. The teams have been announced shortly, so let's just take a look at the lineups as they were announced. I'll just find out where they are for us. Here we go. So we'll start with West Ham first. And Nuno Espirito Santo has gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation. So starting off with Areola in goal. Right back will be Walker-Peters. Disasi and Kilman will be the two centre-halves, and Diouf will play at left full-back. Potts and Magassa will probably be the two holding midfielders. Bowen will play on the right. Matias Fernandez, who's one to keep an eye on for Leeds, because he's playing well. And Traore will play on the left-hand side. Castellanos will play through the middle. And just excuse me a sec. Just got a picture from my brother-in-law. He's a Hull City supporter. He's wearing a Leeds fan, a Leeds shirt today, so I just sent him a message back saying, good lad. So we'll look at Leeds now. And manager Daniel Farke has gone for the 3-5-2 formation, fairly standard for Leeds now. Lucas Perry takes over in goal for the FA Cup. Right back will be, it's three centre-halves really. It's Rodon, Strauch in the middle, and Biol on the left-hand side. And I'm glad that Biol's back in the side. He's deserved it, and he makes us a bit more solid in the back there. Bogle will play at right wing-back, and Justin will play at left wing-back. And three through the middle will be Tanaka, Ampadu and Stack. Metcher will play forward with Okafor just coming in off the left-hand side, and hopefully he'll get in support of Metcher and add a bit more potency to the Leeds attack, because that's what's happened over the last few weeks. Daniel Farke has gone back into his shell a little bit, and Leeds have found themselves just a bit toothless up front and haven't scored for 4 games or so, whatever it is now. And you don't get nothing for a 0-0 draw in this one. You've got to go out and win it, and so let's hope that Leeds go for a bit more of a attacking formation and go to win this game. And of course, that'll give them the springboard to go on to hopefully secure their Premier League status for next season. So that's the two teams. The live chat is open, so if anyone's got anything to say about the two teams, the formations, or just give us a score prediction. Your chances now. We are about 8 minutes away from kickoff, so if you've got anything to say about the game, now's your chance. I will keep on an eye on the live chat as the game goes on, but obviously I'm going to concentrate on the game. But anything relevant comes up, I'll try to mention it and give you a shout out. Wearing my Leeds hat today, I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Leeds. Hopefully it won't go into extra time. Leeds haven't got another game for 8 days, so they've got plenty of time to put everything into this game and still have plenty of recovery before the Manchester United game a week tomorrow. And why not go for this one? You know, you're at Wembley next, and who knows, one step away from a cup final and maybe some silverware, which you wouldn't have expected at the beginning of the season. So why not go for it? Why not give yourselves a chance of winning something and give the fans a day out at Wembley, which is something that I would be certainly be looking forward to. And I'm sure all the Leeds fans would be as well. They'd love to go back to Wembley again and hopefully get a win this time. So the two teams are announced there. I think it's a pretty tight one, is this? I think the two standout players for West Ham are obviously Fernandes and Bowen there, and Leeds will have to keep a good eye on those today. We need a good game in the middle from Ampadu for Leeds. If Bogle and Justin can get a bit of freedom on the wing backs, they could cause West Ham some problems, especially Justin. If he gets up there in support of Okafor, that could be one way that Leeds can get around West Ham and create plenty of chances. And it's just a matter of whether we've got the players to stick it in there. Tanaka back in the starting lineup will add his tenacity and his tackling ability in that middle there. And of course, he's got an eye for goal. He's scored a few from long range, so he might add a bit of that goal scoring threat that Leeds have not had a great deal from the midfield so far. Stacks up there, and he will be a danger from any free kicks in or around about the box. So there's potential there for Leeds, and they've got to break that goal drought somehow or other, and now is the time. With 6 minutes away for a kickoff, there's no coverage yet. They're still on advertisements, but I would imagine that it won't be far off. The teams will probably be gathering in the tunnel in the next couple of minutes, so we're not far off a kickoff. So I've said 2-1 to Leeds. I think they'll win it in normal time as well, but let me know what you think. If you think I'm completely and utterly wrong, you can tell me now. Thanks to everyone who's joined us. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do become a subscriber and hit that like button. It just helps the channel grow. It doesn't cost anything. We're not asking anything from you. It just helps us to be able to continue producing content. We're up to 244 subscribers. We want to push on to 250 today if we can. That's only another 6 subscribers. So if you can help us out, it'll be very much appreciated. Still looking at the TV coverage. It's still on advertisements, so they're obviously getting the money's worth before the game kicks off. Nobody else has had the nerve to go into the live chat and put a score prediction in there, so it's just me at the moment. The last few scores predictions have not been too bad. I got the Arsenal one before the international break. Got that one right, so I'm on a bit of a roll at the moment, so if it does turn out 2-1 to Leeds, I'll be very happy about that. Still looking at the advertisements. Okay, the coverage is coming back on now, so they should be in the tunnel now. I mean, it's less than 5 minutes to go. They should be ready to go. And of course, after this game, the semi-finals are drawn. So it won't be long before we get to see who the semi-finalists are and when the games are going to be played. I'm not sure about that myself. I'm sure that the dates are already chosen, but it's just a matter of who plays and when. Of course, Arsenal are out of it now. A big shock, but congratulations to Southampton, who played really well yesterday. And of course, Man City, who were awesome against Liverpool. Chelsea came through, big winners, 7-0, but again, not unexpected, I don't think. Some of the past players from the last Wembley victory for West Ham, just going around the Hammers crowd there and just taking a few photographs. Big Leeds contingent there today, apparently 9,000. Leeds are well known for taking a massive crowd to the away games, and they certainly have today. So there's plenty of support for Leeds. 1980, when West Ham last won the FA Cup. I remember watching it myself. Trevor Brookings' header against Arsenal won the game. Just getting pictures of the crowd at the moment, so I don't know whether the teams have gathered in the tunnel, but they must have done. It's only 2 minutes away from kickoff. Good afternoon, Jim. How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. Looking forward to a good game here. I was just saying to our other watchers that my score prediction for this game is 2-1 to Leeds. That's maybe my heart rule in my head. But I think Leeds have got a chance. I think they've gone for a slightly more attacking option today. They've got to score goals today. A 0-0 gets them nothing. So that's my prediction. I don't know what you think. No one else has decided to go in for a score prediction. But I know you always do. Still looking at the aerial views outside the ground. There's still people waiting to get into the ground. I mean, it's a minute or so away from kickoff. I can't understand why people leave it so late, but they do. Teams are just lining up in the tunnel now, so looks like Leeds are going to be in their blue kit, the away kit, and not that horrible black one. I don't like that black one. I think the blue one suits Leeds more. Teams are just about to come out now, so let's quickly go through the lineups. West Ham, it's Areola in goal, Walker-Peters, Kilman, Disasi, Diouf, Potts, Magassa, Fernandes, Bowen, Castellanos and Traore. And for Leeds, it's Perry in goal, and it's Rodon, Biol, Strauch, Bogle, Ampadu, Stack, Justin, Tanaka, Okafor and Meche. Good to see Okafor back in the side for Leeds, because he just does add a bit more, just that difference up front. He's just got that bit of skill. He can go around players and he can score goals as well. It's just that bit of extra that we've been missing, that bit of extra craft, I think, is what I'm looking for, who can create a chance, and let's hope he can today. So they're just saying on the commentary there that West Ham have made 5 changes, so he's got an eye on the game against Wolves in midweek or next week. I don't know. So he's obviously got one eye on Premier League survival as the manager, and quite rightly too. Jim thinks it's going to be 2-1 as well. I think if it is, I'll be quite happy with that. Slightly weakened his side as Nuno, but it'll still be competitive. I think if Leeds can silence the crowd early on, because we know that the West Ham crowd can turn against the side, especially after the season they've had so far, still in the relegation zone. So Leeds will be open to silence that crowd. An early goal would certainly do that. There's plenty of firepower on the bench for Leeds as well, with Calvert-Lewin, Pirro, Aronson, Bono. Just before the kick-off here, there's Leeds United players are going down to the far end of the ground with wreaths. For the 2 Leeds fans that were, they're saying killed in Istanbul, but let's get round to the nitty-gritty. So if they were murdered in Istanbul, but they've gone to lay these 2 wreaths in front of the Leeds fans, and now they're clapping all the Leeds fans as well. All the Leeds team are lined up there. Yeah, they weren't killed, they were murdered, and that's the truth of it. Both teams just getting in their usual huddle before the game starts. A few last words of encouragement. How did you enjoy the international break, Jim? It was pretty poor, wasn't it, from England? I'm glad that domestic football's back personally now. Well, it's where I am. It's blowing a gale, but it doesn't seem to be too bad in London. Maybe Storm David has passed there, which I'm glad, really, because I don't want the wind to have to spoil it. You see all the bubbles from the West Ham crowd there. They don't seem to be blowing around too much, so maybe it's going to be perfect conditions. Danny Dye is there today with his son. Not far away from a kickoff. West Ham kicking from left to right in the usual claret and white. Leeds all in blue with a bit of white trim on it. West Ham are kicking off first, and away we go. Goes all the way back to Areola, and then he puts his foot through it and drives it long. Headed away by Biol. Chips back in. Headed away by Biol for a second time. Hit up in the air. Magassa, but it's straight into the arms of Perry, and he rolls it out. Goes back to Perry, and then he puts his foot through it and drives it long over the halfway line. Fernandez can't win that. Mecha gets it through. Stack going through the middle. Just left the ball behind. Tanaka gets in there. It's come out to almost out to Okafor on the left, but Kyle Walker-Peters just gets his foot to it and turns it out for a throw to Leeds. And if it's not so windy, this is in perfect position for the long throw from Ampadu. So first sort of like set-piece attempt, and it is going to be a long throw. Ampadu to take it. All the big lads coming up. Strauch, Biol. Stack will be up there as well. And it comes now. Throw high into the air. It's bouncing around in the box. It's hooked away. Fernandez, but it's come out to Okafor. Okafor's got a chance to hit one. And he tries to place it round the left hand of Areola. And he must have got a touch to it because the corner's been given. I don't know whether it was going in or not. Right on the penalty spot. Okafor took it onto the edge of the box and see it from behind to see whether he got a touch to it. It just did, yeah. That was going in, was that? It's a good save and a good shot, but it's a corner this time. And it comes again. Heads are up. It's bouncing around in the 6-yard box and it's hooked on the floor. Ampadu tried to have a shot, sort of like spooned up into the arms of Areola, and the danger has passed. But good start from Leeds. That's Paul there. And it's Potts who tried to play a ball down the left-hand side, but it went straight out for a throw. Bogle's taken it. It's come out to Biol, back to Rodon on the far side, right-hand side. He's just plays a little ball inside. It's hooked on by Bogle. Stack has it now. He lays it into Tanaka. Okafor's in the middle there. Magassa has got his foot in there. He tries to go down the line. It's blocked by James Justin. Throw in, taken quickly. Goes to number 2, Walker-Peters. Back to Disasi, and he gives it to Areola. Okafor's, he's almost in on him there. He left it well. Last second did Areola to clear it. And it was a hurried clearance that's gone out for a throw, and that's going to be another long throw from Ampadu, I would imagine. He left it. Okafor was almost on him, and he slid in there, hoping to get his foot to the ball. And it must have been a fraction of a second out. But it's going to be the long throw from the opposite side from Ampadu now. It's a great start for Leeds again. And it comes now. Heads are up, headed away. Kilman who got his head to it, and then it's hooked up even further by Magassa, but it's out for another throw to Leeds. Ampadu's going to take it halfway inside the West Ham half on the right-hand side. Goes back to Rodon. He gives it to Biol. Biol gives it to Strauch. Down the line for James Justin. He tries to look for Okafor, but it's cleared away. It's Magassa. He gives it to Disasi. Then Kilman will play it all the way back to Areola. He drives it long, high into the air. A free head for Strauch. He lets it run, brings it under control. Squares it to Biol, gets it back from Biol. Just outside him, Tanaka, but he's turned back inside and squared it to his right to Biol again. Back to Rodon. Rodon goes all the way back to Perry. Back to Rodon. Ball goes inside. It's laid off by Stack. Ampadu lays it out to the right-hand side. Comes back to Tanaka, who tends to drop back to get the ball early. He's giving it back to Biol, coming forward. Plays the ball down the middle, looking for the run of Mecha. It's picked off by, I think that's Magassa. Almost picked off by Stack. Ball played forward, it's headed out. Goes out to the left-hand side. Here's Diouf now. Bowen played the ball down the line, but it's easily cleared out by Joe Rodon. Throw. Yeah, what was the keeper doing there, Jim? It almost left it too late with that clearance, and it was almost picked off by Okafor. Bowen's away now into the box on his left foot. He squares it. It was almost an own goal, and it's a great save to his left-hand side by Perry there to keep it out of the net. Walker-Peters now turning one way and the other, puts his cross in that's cleared by Strauch high into the air. Oh, it's a great save by Perry there. Reaction save because it was so close to him. Not sure which Leeds player got the touch, but it's well done by Perry there. Fernandez has it now. Potts lays it back. Coming across to the right-hand side to Disasi. And then Walker-Peters chips one forward down the line. Was a push in the back there, was it? No. There's a lot to continue. Traore. Magassa gets it now. Squares it to the left to Diouf. His cross is high into the air. Touched on. Cleared. Out to the left-hand side from Magassa. Diouf again. Tries to go around Bogle. Bogle gets his foot in and blocks the cross, but it's at the expense of a corner. Let's see what that was. Oh, was it who touched on it? Was. I thought it was off Strauch, but it wasn't. It was off Castellanos, and it's a brilliant save. Fernandez is going to take it from the left-hand side, a right-footed in-swinger, hand high in the air. And now it comes in, curling in. It's headed away. Stack drives it high. Then the whistle goes. Was that one offside or not? Must have been an offside. The referee's not happy with where it's been taken from. It's been given back to Perry. It's given to Strauch. Strauch decided didn't want to take it himself, and it's going to be left for Perry. Good start to the game for Perry. That'll be good for his confidence, that. Making a save as good as that. Free kick's gone long. High into the air. Mecha wins it. It's hooked away. Biol can't make it, but there's a push there by Castellanos, I think. Free kick's taken quickly by Ampadu. Gives it to Strauch. He gives it back to Ampadu, a few yards in front of him. He lays it into Okafor on the left-hand side. No, it's James Justin. Now it's Okafor. Comes back on the right-hand side, lays it into Tanaka. Tanaka goes back even further to Strauch. He squares it to Beal. And Rodon has it now. Back inside his own half. It's Beal, just inside his own half. Goes back to Rodon. Bogle hits it quickly inside. Picked up by Ampadu, who squares it to Tanaka. Tanaka's got Okafor left and gives it to Okafor. Got a chance to attack Walker-Peters now into the box. He's gone round him. He's left-footed crossing to the back of the box, and there was nobody attacking it at the back of the box. Rodon comes in with Bowen. Bowen's clearance is straight to Tanaka. It's a great cross by Okafor then. There was nobody at the back post. Would have a free header into the net. Rodon now. Tanaka inside to Ampadu, back to Tanaka. Beal gets it, squares it to Strauch coming down the left-hand side now. Gives it back to Ampadu. Ampadu squares it to Beal. He gives it to Rodon. It's all a bit tight though. It's going backwards and forwards, but not forward. Ampadu has it now. We're in the centre circle, crossing the halfway line. Gives it left to Strauch. Strauch plays a ball inside to Tanaka. Then he gives it out wide to Okafor. So run down there outside by James Justin. His cross is blocked. And then Disasi pumps it away. Headed on the halfway line by Strauch. Ampadu hooks it high into the air. It's a bit of a poor clearance, is that? The header was won by Beal and then is helped on its way by Rodon. And then Okafor's brought down. Kyle Walker-Peters had his arms all around him and dragged him down. The referee was close enough to see that perfectly and gave it to him. Yeah, I agree with Jim. That was a good save by the keeper there. He's had his faults as Perry this season, but that'll be a real confidence boost for him too. It was a reaction save, and those are usually terrific saves, and that was from Perry there. Beal has the ball now, brings it forward. Just short of the halfway line, plays it inside to Tanaka. Tanaka gives it out to Rodon. Still in the Leeds half. It goes back to Beal, who's dropped back a little bit. And he chips the ball forward. Headed to Rodon from Stack. We're still on the halfway line with Ampadu. Ampadu then squares it to the left. Beal gives it back to Ampadu. Still short of the halfway line, going side to side. Now it comes to Strauch on the left. He can maybe go over the halfway line. He stops it on the halfway line, gives it inside to Tanaka. Tanaka under pressure from Magassa goes back to Beal. Bogle's wide. If Rodon wants to give it to him, and it gives it inside to Ampadu, and then he gets it out to Bogle, and he's got a bit of space to run down the outside now. He tries to play a ball inside to Stack, comes off the defender and comes back to Bogle. Bogle in the middle now, gets the ball back. Just a poor ball by Metcher there. He had a ball outside to Stack or Bogle, and Metcher just hit it in behind them all. Stack puts a cross in. It's behind everybody, headed away by Walker-Peters. Magassa gives it to Traore. He's away through the middle. You know he's got pace. And he's away. He's got Bowen out to his left. It goes out to Bowen. He's got a chance of a shot as Bowen has a shot. And it's another good save by Perry. And it's cleared away by James Justin. And Stacks is going to make that, as he? No, he doesn't. He thought the ball was going out and he gave the off chance to get there. Bowen puts another cross in. It's Fernandez. That's got to be a foul as that. He tried to do a bicycle kick when one of the Leeds players was going out for it was Beal was going to head the ball away, which is dangerous, and the referee has given the free kick. That's good by Traore. Got out to the left, and it's a left-footed shot across the keeper by Perry then. It's a good save. It's a good strong hand on there. Pushed it wide instead of out and give James Justin the time to clear it. Two good saves by Perry. Both teams looking to score, looking to attack us whenever they can. So this is turning out to be a good start to this game. Justin gets smashed in the back by Traore. I think was it a throw? Was it a free kick? Not quite sure what the referee's given. He's given something. I think it's to Leeds. Well, it's a free kick that every day, isn't it? Yep, it's taken quickly, and Tanaka's got a bit of space. He gives it into Mecha. Mecha outside has got Bogle. Bogle's going to put his cross in first time. And it's cleared away, but not too far by Disasi. And get it away to Traore now down the left-hand side. He's trying to give it out to Castellanos, but he's not going to make that. And it's Rodon who plays it all the way back to Perry. Almost open up for Leeds, and then as soon as the ball was cleared away, West Ham looking to hit Leeds on the break. Tanaka now goes back to Strauch. Strauch will lay it back to Perry. Plenty of space for Perry. There's no one going to close him down, so he'll roll it up to the edge of his area. Takes it out the edge of his area now. Slowing the game right down. He's given it to Biol, and Biol's lost it. It's Castellanos. Mistake by Biol, and Biol's having a word with Perry about it. It maybe sold him short. Wasn't the best of balls because it was quickly closed down. It's a throw that's been conceded by Biol after that then. Kilman now squares it to Disasi, just in the centre circle, moving across to his right. He's got Walker-Peters in support. Walker-Peters is going to have to go back to Magassi. Magassi will square it across to Kilman. Outside him is Diouf. Diouf has been allowed the space to cross one into the box, and he has done. And it was brought down by Castellanos on his chest. He was offside as he volleyed the ball over the Leeds bar. Yeah, end-to-end at the moment. Good for the neutrals, not so good for the if you've got any support for either of these two teams. Eddie Gray in the crowd there. Strauch brings it forward. That's one of the criticisms I've had with Leeds, is that they bring the ball forward, and as soon as someone comes to engage them, they go backwards instead of being more positive and moving the ball forward quickly. It's slow. Biol now. Rodon plays it down the line. It's going to be a throw to Leeds just inside the West Ham half, over on the right-hand side for Leeds. Bogle battling hard. Goes down under pressure. Nothing doing for the referee. Leeds win the ball back with Okafor, and it's given to Tanaka. Tanaka plays one through to the middle. Mecha tries a little back flick that doesn't come off, and West Ham get the ball away, but they're giving it away to Bogle in the middle of the pitch, and now he's giving it to Amper, who returned it back to Bogle. He can come forward down the right-hand side. Tanaka's wide. Tanaka plays it inside to Bogle on the edge of the box, under pressure, but it's gone out. Loose ball's gone to Stack. He gives it back to Tanaka. Back inside to Bogle. Laid out to Rodon. Back to Tanaka. Stack on the right again. Puts his foot on it and goes back to Tanaka. Tanaka's going to go back to Rodon. And on the halfway line, it's Biol. Leeds have been forced back. Tanaka plays a little ball inside. Stack. He's hit hard by Magassa, I think that was. There was a ball there for Castellanos, but he was offside, so he didn't bother running for the ball, and Rodon played it all the way back to Perry. The referee allows play on. Ampadu in the middle is coming forward. Now he's been given the ball in plenty of space to the halfway line, plays the ball into Stack. He's got Bogle outside him if he wants to give it, and that ball there is just a bit behind Bogle instead of laying it in front of him, and that's what slowed the ball down and the movement down. Mecha, under pressure from Kilman, has pulled him down, and that's a free kick. And that's poor, is that? Poor defending. Jim's an honorary Leeds fan for this game. Have you got your Leeds shirt on then, Jim? And this is just about dead centre of the pitch. It's probably 30, 35 yards out, is this? So it's a long way out. I think it's Stack who stood over it, but it's going to have to be a Dominic Zoboslai type free kick to beat Areola from there, but he's going to take it anyway. Hits it now along the floor. It doesn't get past the first defenders on the edge of the box. And then Fernandez is brought down by Justin. Free kick given. Taken, given to Disasi, comes out to Walker Peters on this near side. He plays it inside to Magassa. He's lost the ball though. It's played out to Okafor from Mecha. Okafor got Walker Peters inside. He puts a cross into the box. It's flicked on at the near post. And then it came through to Diouf and I thought he headed it back and it was going to go for a corner, but it didn't. Castellanos goes down under pressure from Biol, nothing given by the referee, or goes all the way back to Rodon. And Rodon decides to go all the way back to Perry. Perry on the edge of his box gives it back to, I think that's Biol there, who's come short for it. Ampadu gone deep as well. Plays the ball down the line. Bogle turns and gives it inside. Goes out to the left to Okafor, brings it under control. He's got Walker Peters and on the edge of the box. He puts his cross in. It's over the top of everybody. Bogle tries to bring it under control on the edge of the box, tries to turn. Being forced wide, he has a bit of a shot that's an easy block, and it's cleared away by Bowen, high into the air. Tanaka's underneath it, wins that header. Castellanos brings it down, but he's kicked Rodon in the head again. And how many times has Castellanos kicked somebody in the head in this first 20 minutes or so? Kicked Biol in the head. He's kicked Rodon in the head. Free kick again for Leeds. It's right out on the right-hand side. Stack's going to take this, but this is going to swing this one into the box. Rodon and all the rest of them are up there, and it comes now. It's on into the box. To the back of the box, it came to Rodon, but he didn't know what it was. Tanaka's picked the loose ball up on the edge of the box. He's got Okafor out to his left and gives it to Okafor. He's going to turn back and give it back to Tanaka. He goes across to the far side. Bogle can bring it down on his chest on the edge of the box, but he's going back. It comes to Rodon. Rodon gives it to Tanaka. Comes out to the left to Strauk. Strauk plays a little ball down the line for Okafor. He's been held by Walker Peters, and he has to go back. Tanaka this time. Okafor. Couple of step overs, goes down the line, creates a bit of space. Okafor gets his cross in. It's blocked by Walker Peters, and it's another corner. Yeah, that's what I said, Jim. It's just a bit slow, isn't it, at the moment? Is side to side rather than get the ball forward and create a bit of space, bit of movement off the ball. What I hate is when the people have got space out wide, that the pass is just a bit behind them, or it's not hit strong enough, and you have to wait for it to come. It just slows the play down. Corner comes in now. Areola, what's he do there? He punches it. Pascal Strauch is up there. He's gone down with a bit of a bang on the head. So is Potts. Yeah, Strauch ran into Areola there after he actually punched the ball away. Probably was a free kick there. So Areola puts it on the edge of his 6-yard box, centrally. Not in a hurry at the moment. A couple of steps forward and then drives it right-footed long. Headed away. Fernandez heads it back down. Magassa, took by Okafor. It goes all the way back to Areola, and Metcha's going to try and keep himself in the game by putting a bit of pressure on the goalkeeper. He rolls it out to the left to Diouf. Castellanos can't bring that under control. Stack is in there, lays it into Metcha. He's brought down by Kilman, but the play goes on. It's Okafor now. Outside him is James Justin into the box. He put a left-footed cross in. Scores across the 6-yard box, and there was no Leeds player anywhere near it when it opened up for him on his left foot to maybe have a shot there. And he just didn't seem confident enough to be able to do it. It's either that or get your head up and just wait for the Leeds players to be able to catch up with you in support and then put your cross in. And you can see why Leeds haven't scored many in the last 4 or 5 games. You get to the last third and the play is quite good, but then they run out of ideas when they get to the edge of the box. Stack takes the ball off Diouf, lays it back to Bogle. Bogle plays it inside to Rodon. Tanaka gets the ball, lays it into Metcha. He lays the ball off. Rodon. Tanaka does well to turn away from trouble and lays it out to the left to James Justin now. Okafor's running outside him. Gives it to Okafor. His cross goes in straight away. Tanaka on his left. Can he hit it in? That's gone in, and it has gone in, and that Tanaka has scored for Leeds and put Leeds ahead. And it was great turn in the box. It was originally on his right foot, Tanaka, and then he spun round onto his left foot and hit it high into the air, in off the bottom of the crossbar, and Leeds take the lead. And I said at the beginning that Tanaka added a goal threat to Leeds, and he certainly has here. Maybe get to see that again. It was a great play by Tanaka anyway, because he turned away from 2 in the centre circle, laid out to Okafor, and then he made his run from the centre circle to catch up with the ball. Great determination from Tanaka. He comes in now. Okafor lays it to him on his right foot. He drags it back on his left foot. It takes a bit of a deflection off a defender, takes it over the head of Areola, and in off the underneath of the bar. But it was good play by Tanaka. You've seen a lot of skill there from him. Firstly, in the centre circle to turn away and get out to Okafor, and then to do another turn in the box to be able to create the space to put his left-footed shot in. And Jim says, what a good goal, bit of luck, but then you always need a bit of luck, don't you, Jim, in these games? Tanaka now is playing well, is Tanaka so far. He gets it into Metcha. Metcha lays it off to Ampadu. Ampadu's ball out to the right is a poor one. It's going to come to Diouf. Bogle has a bit of a pushing match with Diouf as he tried to let the ball run out. Taken quickly. Disasi now has it centrally, just outside of his own area. Comes to number 18, Fernandez, who's laying deep now, and that's good for Leeds. I want him deep. I don't want him in where he can hurt us up front. It's Kilman who's moving left now, looking for some support, but it has to go back to Diouf to his right. It's Fernandez, plays a little ball inside. Tanaka's quickly in, and Leeds have the ball with Okafor, and Tanaka's penalised for that. And that's poor, is that, from the referee. It was a good tackle, was that? Yeah, great ball. There was a collision with Potts afterwards, but the ball was fairly won. That was just a footballing collision that we see many times on a pitch, and they're not, or shouldn't be, penalised, and it was. That's poor by the referee. So Kilman has it now from that resulting free kick. He plays the ball into Jared Bowen. He lays it back to Kilman. And they're going backwards, West Ham, and that's where Leeds want them going. Disasi now. Disasi's going to go all the way back to Areola. Okafor's going to put some pressure on. Kilman gets the ball from Areola, and he's almost closed down. He clears it away, but it's headed by Tanaka. Rodon's going to make it. Deflection from the clearance hit Bowen and went down the Leeds line. And all Rodon could do was trying to clear it back down that right-hand line. It goes out for a throw to West Ham. It's Magassi now. Out to Diouf on left, little ball inside to Bowen, back to Diouf. Inside to Magassa. Fernandez now on the right. Turns back inside to Magassa. He goes out to the left to Diouf. And Kilman. Back to Fernandez. To the right is Disasi. Disasi. Back to Fernandez. He plays one down the inside right channel. Headed away by Biol. Tanaka's in there again. James Justin's clearance is blocked by Magassa, but it's a throw to Leeds. Tanaka's a very good player. He just hasn't had the minutes. For some reason, Farker doesn't trust him, but on this performance so far, he's pushing for a first-team spot against Manchester United as the ball goes all the way back to Areola. He clears it into the air, not very far. Traore has beat Tanaka to it, but it's hooked back forward. It's well played by Tanaka. He wins the ball off Magassa, gets it out to Rodon. Rodon plays it into Ampadu. Ampadu goes back to Biol. Biol gives it back to Perry, and first time clearance is high into the air. Metcha's going to challenge for this. It's over his head. Disasi just holds Metcha back so that he can't chase that loose ball, and it goes all the way back to Areola. Areola from deep in his own penalty box drives it long. Traore's not going to win those. Metcha's trying to win it with the defenders. Walker-Peters back to Areola. And Leeds is just what they want after just scoring a goal like this, just to calm the game down a bit and don't give any encouragement to West Ham for the next 10 minutes or so. Ball inside to Traore. Gives it to Walker-Peters. Fernandez is in support, back to Traore. Still in his own half. Magassa gives it to Fernandez, who floats it over the top for the run of Jared Bowen. Can he keep it in before it goes out for a... He can. He plays the ball off Bogle, who was closing him down, and he gets a throw. But it's... Well, it wants to be right next to... Well, they've taken it completely from the wrong place. It was about 2 yards from the corner flag, and they got away with that. Bowen has it now. Gives it to Fernandez. He goes out to the right to Walker-Peters on the edge of the box on the right-hand side. He lays it back in. Fernandez puts a cross in. It's a good cross as well. Goes right across the 6-yard box there. There was nobody attacking that 6-yard box. Diouf now with Bogle. Fernandez. And Stack comes away with it now. He lays a good ball inside. Can Metcha make it? Well, it's away now with Okafor, and it's 2-on-2 here now. Okafor lays it into... Oh, it was Stack on the right-hand side, and it was another poor ball from Metcha there because the ball should have been out quicker to Stack, but it was rolled out, and it gave the defender time to be able to close Stack down. If the ball had been there... Now, look, it's rolled instead of hit to him. And it gave the defender a chance to get in on him. It was a good save by Areola from his right hand, and it'll result in a corner. There's a VAR check here. And you know what? I've seen these given because Stack was taken out after he hit that ball. VAR's checking this. Ampadu's having a word with the referee. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is a penalty, this, and Stack is still down. Now, this is where it's a problem for me here, because what happened when Tanaka took Potts out in the middle of the pitch? When he won the ball fair and square, and Tanaka was penalised for it. So what's the difference between that and what's happened to Stack there? Stack took the ball, hit the shot, and then was taken out. It's the same thing as what happened. Tanaka was penalised. Why is the defender not being penalised for a penalty there? If it had been outside the box, that would have been a foul. In the box, a penalty, they're not going to give it either. Stack's felt this. He's got a problem with his right ankle there. Corner. Stack's to his feet now, so he's going to have to go off for a few seconds just to walk him very gingerly on that. I hope he can recover from that. He looks to be struggling at the moment. If he can maybe walk that off for a bit. So the Stack is off at the moment, so Tanaka's going to take this corner from the Leeds left-hand side, the right-footed in-swinger. And it comes now. It's a good one as well, headed away on the 6-yard box, high into the air, headed even further away. And that's Jaden Bogle's going to let that run out for a throw on the right-hand side as Stack is still limping on that right foot, walking down the side of the pitch. He's just trying to jog on that foot now, see if he can run it off. Maybe Stack's not going to carry on because Aronson's taking his top off. It's headed away. Metcher got in on the edge of the box. Carl Walker-Peters was tight to him. Difficult one for Metcher there as the ball was headed on from the throw. Got his foot to it, but he's hooked it over the bar. It was Strauchel won the first header. Yeah, I've got to agree with you, Jim. I didn't see any difference between that and what happened to Tanaka. He won the ball, and then there was a coming together after they won the ball with Potts, and he was given as a foul. So if it's in the same measure there, Stack was hit after he took the ball, and it should have been a penalty. And it would have been a free kick anywhere else on the pitch. Anyway, Traore has the ball now, coming inside, he lays it into Walker-Peters, got a bit of space here, chips one to the edge of the box, it's over the top of Castellanos. Dioff's going to pick it up, he's going to lay it out to Magassa on the edge of the box. Now Kilman puts a left-footed cross in it, over the toss, top of Strauch, and at the back post is Traore coming in, but that's a difficult one for him to hit or control, and he's just volleyed it over the bar. Still seeing the replay of that. You're not missing anything just yet, as maybe it's going to be there's a bit of clapping going on. I've got a feeling that maybe Stack is going off after that injury, and Aronson's coming on. And it is, yeah, Stack is going off. Brendan Aronson on. Perry takes the goal kick high into the air. Metcher gets a touch onto it. Okafor brings it under control. Walker-Peters in support. Walker-Peters. James Justin. He lays it back to Biol. Biol goes right to Bogle. Inside to Ampadu. Back to Bogle. Bogle's going back to Biol. Beal to Perry. Perry takes a touch and then drives it long. Picked up by Magassa, given to Kilman. Left-footed, he lays it into Bowen, but Bowen's going back towards his own goal. Diouf lays it down the line for the run of Potts. Tanaka's with him. He has to lay it back to the edge of the box to Bowen again on his left foot. He has a shot. It's cleared away. Okafor goes in there. Walker-Peters puts a cross in, and is Fernandez who hits the ball. It's an offside flag, and then the referee's going to have a look at is that Walker-Peters there who's been caught by Okafor. Okafor was sliding, genuine attempt for the ball. I'm not even sure whether he touched him or not, did he? Well, did he touch him there? He never touched him. Well, it was Metcher. Metcher gets a yellow card for that when he didn't touch him. Well, it's all right saying the commentator's saying it's a reckless challenge and that's why he got the yellow card, but he never touched him. So how can it be reckless if he didn't touch him? Anyway, play goes on. Justin gets the ball back to Strauch. Ampadu, it's a bit tight in there. Ampadu gives it to James Justin. He has to lay it back to Strauch, and Strauch tries his clearance. It's blocked by Magassa. Into the 41st minute. So far, so good for Leeds. Throw to be taken by James Justin. He gives it to Ampadu, back to Justin. He hooks it forward, down the line, looking for Metcher, but that's going to go out for a throw. Some of the West Ham crowd there looking quite pensive there. Okafor working hard to win the ball back. Ampadu hooks it high into the air. And that's the throw to Leeds. Maybe it must have been a touch off it by Disasi. James Justin's going to take this one. He's been told to go back a few yards and goes down the line for Okafor. He's been held there by Walker-Peters, but he retains the ball, gives it to Tanaka, who's having a good game so far. Goes back to Okafor, wins the throw off Fernandez. It's a throw to Leeds. James Justin's going to take this. Referee just wants the second ball off the pitch before he takes it. Throws it into Metcher. Metcher brings it under control. He's under a lot of pressure from Disasi. But they give the ball away, West Ham, in a bad position. And, well, I don't know what Bogle was doing there. I think he was aiming for a ball at Metcher, but it was a poor effort. I don't know. I've seen a replay of that from Bogle, and it's again lacking in quality in that last third. Header won there by Justin, goes out on the halfway line on the near side. Throw to West Ham. Walker-Peters pinches 5 yards there. Referee says nothing. Goes back to Walker-Peters. He goes back to Disasi under pressure from the Metcher. Metcher is penalised. Fernandez takes it quickly. Magassi gets out to the left. Diouf, plenty of space. They're leaving him plenty of space. He's willing to cross one. Castellanos, it drops at his feet and he manages to turn and hit a left-footed shot over the bar. Well, Leeds are just allowing Diouf space on that left-hand side to put the crosses in, and he's quite willing to do it. He's done it several times now. Header high into the air, helped on by Castellanos, picked up by James Justin, plays it inside to Tanaka. Tanaka touches it on for Okafor, goes down under the challenge. Referee says nothing. Played down the line, picked up by Strout. Ball comes through to Tanaka. He tries to get it through to Metcher. He's beaten to it by Disasi. Comes to Traore. Traore under pressure from Ampadu goes down. Play goes on. Led inside to Walker Peters to Fernandez. Okafor. And just in between them, ball goes out for a throw. Goes back to Magassa. Then Disasi squares it to Kilman just inside his own half, over on the left-hand side now. Gives it to Bowen, gives it back to Kilman. Then it comes in to Potts down the line now for Diouf. Another cross goes in, but it's across the 6-yard box of Leeds, and there's no attacker able to catch up with that. Traore was probably the nearest to it, but it goes out for a goal kick. And once again, another cross from Diouf that Leeds have allowed over on that left-hand side. Four minutes of added time. Perry, goal kick high into the air. Metcher underneath it, goes down. Disasi volleys it away. Biol heads it back up into the air. Headed on by Rodon. Disasi wins another header again. Aronson wins that next one. It's still high into the air again. Fernandez pushes Ampadu off the ball before he can make the challenge, and the referee penalises him for it. Taken quickly to Strauch over on this near side. He plays a ball down the line, looking for James Justin. And Disasi blocks the cross, and luckily for him, the deflection goes into the hands of Ariola. Ariola then takes the free kick. Back to Biol, all the way back to Perry. Perry drives it long. Metcher can't beat Disasi again. It's hooked on by Magassa. It's picked up by Strauch. He plays a little ball inside to Tanaka, but his ball is a loose one. Comes out to Magassa now, and then to Potts, to Fernandez. Now it's Bowen. Lays out left to Diouf. Played inside to Fernandez. Max Kilman. He goes over to Disasi now. Centre of the pitch. Kilman going backwards, West Ham. To the right-hand side, it's Walker Peters looking for a ball. He has to square it back to Kilman. Over to the left, it's Diouf again. He goes down the line. It's well played by Fernandez. Left-footed crosses are glanced away at the back post by James Justin, but it's picked up by Walker Peters. Chipped back in. Castellanos won the header on the 6-yard box and headed it back. Perry managed to pounce on the ball with the help of Biol there, and it looks like that Bowen, who tried to have a shot, he's half a yard offside is Bowen there, but it's good defending by Biol. He got close to Bowen and didn't allow him to have that shot. He couldn't get his foot round him. Use good protection of the ball there by Biol to allow Perry to be able to pick it up. Perry takes the offside free kick long high into the air. Once again, Disasi beats Metcher. He hasn't won a header yet. It's hooked back in by Ampadu. Diouf now over on the left, halfway inside his own half, lays the ball inside to Potts. Potts goes long and right, but it's a poor ball over the head of Traore, and it goes out for a throw. A bit of a groan around from the West Ham crowd as we're into the last minute of this first half. Jim's just in no hurry to take this, as you can imagine. He goes down the line, and as he throws it in, the referee brings the first half to an end. And a good first half for Leeds. They've played well, they've created plenty of chances, and could have been another goal or two up as well. But at half-time, it is 1-0. Tanaka scores that goal, and has probably been, in that first half, the man of the match. He's been involved in everything. And Leeds will be very happy with that. The only blot on the landscape there was the injury to Anton Stack, which probably just negates some of our threat from the free kicks that we get in and around their box, and from corners as well. But a good start for Leeds, a good half, and long may it continue. Chance now to get your comments in about that first half. If you've got anything to say about it, anything you've seen in that first half, possible penalty shout for Leeds. What do you think? Let me know. Thanks to everyone who's watched so far in the first half. If you've enjoyed it, if you have enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. Become a subscriber to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and it just helps us to be able to keep continuing producing content that you hopefully are enjoying. Don't forget, straight after this, on Talk Radio, Talk Sport, is the semi-final draw. Hopefully Leeds will be in it. Both games from Wembley. One step away from a final. It's one thing for certain, those two games, whoever are going to be very difficult games, but you wouldn't expect anything less when you get to this stage of the FA Cup. There are some Champions League games. I'm just going to have a quick look at those. I do like to look at these things. There's some great Champions League games, and if it wasn't for the fact that I have to work Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd love to do the Real Madrid Bayern Munich game, or Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool. That'll be a cracking game on Wednesday as well. Unfortunately, I have to work for a living, so can't do it, unfortunately. But we'll be back on Friday night. Is a real relegation battle with West Ham and Wolves, an 8 o'clock kickoff. If you can join us for that, please do. That should be a really good game. And as a Leeds fan, I'd be really interested in that. Before games on Saturday, Arsenal-Bournemouth is the early kickoff. Arsenal will want to get back to winning ways after a couple of poor results in the FA Cup and the League Cup. And then Sunday, Sunderland and Tottenham should be an interesting one, because again, Tottenham being below Leeds, it'll be an interesting one. There's a game at the same time, Forest at home against Aston Villa. That'll be a difficult game for Forest, with Aston Villa going for European places. So there'll be a lot riding on those two games there, and they are of interest again to Leeds supporters like myself before the Monday game, 8 o'clock kickoff against Manchester United. And if you can join us for that one, please do. I'm sure Jim will be, because it's our two teams, and it'll be an interesting game, that a difficult game. If Leeds could get anything out of that, that would be a real bonus. It depends on what happens in the weekend games before that, but that's a long way in the future. Today we're looking at this FA Cup quarter-final. And it's all gone well for Leeds so far. They have been the better side and have created the better chances. Get your thoughts in. Well, I'll just go get myself a quick cup of tea. Welcome to the channel. If you just joined us, half-time at this game between West Ham and Leeds in the FA Cup quarter-final. Leeds winning 1-0 at half-time and good value for their lead, but we are just probably forgetting that Perry has made 2 really good saves for Leeds to keep them in there early on before Leeds did score. So there's still a lot in this game. While it's only 1-0, West Ham will think they can get back into this. Leeds need a second goal and pretty quick in the second half just to stop any revival from the West Ham. I think Lucas Mecha has not had a lot to feed off in the first half. He's been beaten by Disasi in the air quite regularly. And I do think that sometime during this second half we'll see Calvert-Lewin come on as a replacement for him. But it won't be immediately because that's not Daniel Farke's MO. He usually leaves it till about 70th minute, around about that, before he decides to make any changes. I hope that he's proactive this time, and if things start going against us in the second half, because if there's one thing that's for certain, is that West Ham are going to have some pressure in this second half. They've got to have. And it's how Daniel Farke handles his substitutions that will decide who wins this game, I think. Yeah, Jim's comment in the chat there is that Leeds need to get the next goal. Always a bit nerve-wracking at 1-0. And yeah, I agree. The commentator said that the ref should have given penalty. I've got to agree. And like I said several times already, if that had been outside the box, Leeds would have had a free kick there. Because it was inside the box, they seemed to lose the bottle. And there was a similar challenge early on, and just before that happened, when Tanaka was penalised for exactly the same thing. Won the ball, and there was a collision with the player. And again, that was just a coming together, but the referee gave the free kick. So why didn't he give the penalty? VAR bottled it. And I'm afraid that's the way it's gone for Leeds. On occasions, penalty decisions that just haven't gone our way, but we've got to go out and attack and take the game by the scruff of the neck and win it, and not just sit back and try and win it 1-0, which Farke tends to do in the second half on some of these games. He tends to let us play a lot deeper, and that just invites pressure on, and we've lost points because of that. Farke hasn't got to do that this time. He's got to take the bull by the horns and let Leeds go for the second and the third and the fourth if they need to. Put this game to bed. Don't rely on sitting deep and hoping to win it 1-0 by defending, because that's not going to happen, because West Ham will create chances. Yeah, I've got to agree with Jim, who says that there shouldn't be a difference. And you're right, but there is. And VAR has not covered itself in glory this year, Jim, has it, this season? And there's got to be some changes in the close season, I think. Just a little reminder, if you're not a subscriber, please do become a subscriber. It costs nothing, and it just helps the channel grow that little bit more so that we can continue to keep producing content. With the World Cup coming up, I'm just wondering whether to do any of the World Cup games with them being live on TV. It just doesn't seem to create the interest that games on pay-per-view seem to. So it's one thing that I'm going to have a think about, but probably not. I've done them before, England games that have been live on TV, and you get next to no views. Some of them on at late times as well, which also goes against views. Yeah, I agree with you, Jim. Sitting back would be a huge mistake, but that's what bothers me. I mean, all those Leeds fans and probably the neutrals can see that Leeds don't want to sit back and should go for the second and the third, but Daniel Farke has a tendency to sit Leeds back in the second half and invite pressure on, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't do it here. Shouldn't be far off a restart. Just again, guys, the semi-finals are drawn on Talk Sport Radio after this game finishes. So we should know pretty soon who the 4 teams are going to be playing at Wembley, of course, and when they're going to be played. I'm just waiting for the teams to come back. It's still advertisements on the TV coverage at the moment, so can't tell whether there's going to be any substitutions. I think if anyone's going to make any substitutions, it'll be Nuno. He's got to change his team because they were quite negative in that first half. The Leeds pushed them back, and they dominated in midfield with Tanaka really putting himself about and creating stuff. Scored the goal and looked at a good player. Looks like Souček's coming on for West Ham. He's just stood on the touchline there. 2 substitutions for West Ham by looks of things. West Ham coming out. I don't know who's been taken off yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I know. But certainly Souček's coming on, and Pablo's coming on as well, number 19. Just wait for confirmation who's been taken off. Souček will add a bit more firepower for them up front. West Ham do like to get Souček up there and from set pieces, but he does score a goal, does Souček. Won't be surprised if Potts is one of them who goes off. Yeah, so off goes Magassa and off goes Potts. So a change in midfield there. Leeds to kick off in this second half, kicking from left to right. The referee blows his whistle, and away we go. All the way back to Lucas Perry, and he hits it long, high into the air, headed down by Souček. Ampadu picks the ball up, lays it out to the right to Bogle, gets it back, chips it forward for the run of Aronson. But Kilman plays the ball out, and it's a throw to Leeds. It's deep inside. No, there, rubbing his face already. I think he's thinking there, well, it should have been cleared further down the line because that's just in long throw territory for Ampadu. And Ampadu will take this. Takes a run up, and it comes in high into the air. Heads are up, headed away by Bowen, comes out to Strauch. Bowen takes it off Strauch's foot and gets it out to Traore. And that's been brought down there by Ampadu on the halfway line. It's a cynical foul and gets a yellow card. And even though I'm a Leeds supporter, I didn't like to see that. That's terrible by Ampadu. He could have injured Traore there, which is it's a poor tackle. And I don't agree with that at all. The commentators say taking one for the team, but I don't like that. Welcome, Alan Duncan, to the channel. I hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying the game so far. Traore is still down on the halfway line or in the centre circle at least. How's Sheffield today? Is it as windy as it is up here? Apparently, VAR are going to take a look at this. Okay, so he gets away with the yellow card. It's just going to see this one again, and it's cynical that by Ampadu. It's just chopped him down the back of his leg there, and as much as I'm a Leeds fan, I think that was awful. Yeah, I'm okay, thanks, Alan. A bit sunny here as well. The wind seems to be dying off a bit, but it's been real windy over the last 12, 18 hours or so. Looks like Joe Rodon's gone down with an injury. He's got a problem with his right Right leg, right ankle. Leeds can't be doing with another vital player going off, having lost Anton Stack already. There's one thing for certain, they're going to be without him for this free kick on the halfway line because he'll have to go off for his 30 seconds on the halfway line. He's walking a bit gingerly on that. I think it's his left ankle that he's limping on there. Hopefully he'll be okay. But Leeds down to 10 for the moment. Anyway, free kick on the halfway line. Fernandez has been told to bring it back by the referee. Yeah, very windy last night, like it was here. Absolutely blowing a gale. But it looks like David's passed now, and we are away. Diouf headed away by Metche. Diouf gets the ball again, spreads out to the left. It's Traore now. He's going to try and go past Bogle. He puts his cross. It's a good cross as well. Headed away by Pascal Strauch. Picked up by Ampadu. He lays it out to the left to Okafor, who's got a bit of space to run into now. Down that left-hand side, he's got Walker Peters with him, but he's up towards the edge of the box now. On his right foot. Comes on his left foot. Manages to get the ball back to Ampadu. Ampadu gets it to Aronson. Aronson turns around, goes down. Referee says no. It's well done by Bogle. Gets in front of Biol, gets in front of Bowen, and Bogle comes away down the right side now. Cuts back inside, lays it off. Ampadu, what he was doing there, I just do not know. Fernandez got the ball, but they've won the ball back of Rodon. Souček is pushing Rodon over. Why is the linesman not giving it? He actually barged Rodon over in the back. He never even made an attempt to make the ball. Bo now is going to be coming on for Rodon by looks things like Rodon's game is over as well. There was a foul throw as well. Headed back by Biol. Took a bit of a bang there, but he's okay. Souček coming forward with the ball now. Biol wins a second ball. Souček gets it forward. He must have been offside there, Castellanos, and he was. And it's a good finish from out there as well. He says he's not offside. He wants a VAR check there. He's not onside. But it's a great finish with the outside of his right foot from about 25 yards out, right to the top left-hand corner. It's a real good finish. He's not going to get that, but... So Rodon limps off and Bo now comes on to replace him. So second injury for Leeds. Leeds will be hoping to make tactical substitutions rather than injury substitutions, but that's two of them gone. Ball's back with Perry now. Ball goes out to left to Pascal Strauch, running down the line, then lays it into Okafor. Okafor is going to be pressured into going back. Tanaka will lay it all the way back to Perry. Back to Tanaka from Perry. Perry's under pressure. Biol manages to get it away to Bo now. Coming down the line now. Plays it into Bogle. Ampadu gets it to Metche. Gets it back to Bogle. Coming in from the right. Plays a ball into Ampadu. Tries to let off first time. It's another poor, but it was James Justin. And Fernandez is badged down on the edge of the box. Bogle's not having the greatest of games. If the truth be known, he's not having the influence down that right-hand side that he usually does. Not being able to get forward that much. Fernandez lays the ball back to Areola. He gives it to Kilman. Kilman under pressure from Metche. Bogle closes Diouf down, but he chips it forward. Bo now's in there on Traore. Traore's like a brick door trying to go around him. Bo now wins the ball back though. Bogle plays it inside. It's an easy one for Kilman to pick up. It's another poor ball by Bogle. Ball gets the ball back though. Gives it to Beale. Strout now. There's it inside to Tanaka. First time pass to Ampadu. And Ampadu's first time pass goes back to Perry. Perry gets it out to Beale and then gets it back from Beale. Okafor goes down. Nothing given. Walker-Peters coming inside on his right foot. Lays it inside to Fernandez, but it's a good tackle by Beale. And now Tanaka, it's Aronson coming away with it. Gets it, good ball. It's got it down to Okafor. Okafor's got a chance to attack the box on the left-hand side now. Plays it across to Bogle. It almost came to him, but loose ball's come across to Ampadu now. Ampadu gives it to Metche. It was another poor ball by Ampadu because Metche was crowded out. Why didn't he hit it himself? He didn't have the confidence to have a go. Pablo now gets it to Castellanos. His pass is blocked by Tanaka high up into the air. Diouf picks it up. Plays the ball forward again for Pablo. Pablo gets it to Fernandez. Tanaka is closing him down. It's back with Pablo again. Goes over. Bogle challenged. Diouf gets it to Kilman. Kilman goes all the way back to Areola. Chips it out to Walker-Peters on the right side. He's got a bit of space now, but inside to Bowen. Bowen plays the ball all the way down the line for Walker-Peters to make it. He's going to make it. Strout's trying to close him down, and his cross hits Strout and goes out for a throw next to the corner flag on the far side. Throw taken quickly. Fernandez lays it back to Walker-Peters, back to Bowen on his left foot over on the far side. Squares it to Kilman. Kilman's got Diouf out wide and he gives it to Diouf. He plays the ball back inside to Fernandez more centrally now. Then Kilman gives out to the left. It's Traore. Traore comes in on his right foot, puts a cross into the back post. It's well headed away. There's a clash of heads there and the referee's going to bring that back. I think it's that's Beale, I think, holding his face. Is it Pablo as well? They've had a clash of heads. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Pablo's up on his feet. Looks like Beale's taking his time just for it to head to clear. The trainers, come on. We expected this from West Ham at the start of this second half, that they would have had a bit of pressure. They will have had the hairdryer treatment from the manager Nuno in the half-time break, and they will be looking for a bit of pressure because they're only a goal behind. They're looking to get back into this game quickly and get the crowd behind them. And Leeds are going to weather this storm for the next 10 minutes or so. Beale's back on his feet now, just getting the check there. Pablo's gone off to the touchline as well, so I don't know whether him and Beale will have to go off for the 30 seconds on the touchline. I'm guessing here that there will be a drop ball from the referee. I don't know who it's going to be going to. Probably West Ham, who's in possession. It's going to be dropped at the feet of Fernandez. He plays it back immediately to Disasi, and then he gives it to Kilman. Kilman's got Diouf left. Gives it back to Kilman. Kilman plays it into the feet of Traore. He's got Bogle tight on him, but he tries to turn down the line, but runs the ball out, and it's a throw to Leeds. Calvert-Lewin warming up there. There's no surprise there. Natural replacement for Metcher. The two injured parties from that clash of heads are back on the pitch now. Bowen now takes the throw. Diouf wins the header. Bowen now goes down, balls high into the air. Pablo can't make it. Strauch hits it forward. Metcher's going to chase it, but he's not going to get there. And just to make sure he didn't, Kilman ran across his path to block him off. Fernandez now receiving the ball deep. He's given the ball away to Okafor, and Metcher just can't get in to retrieve that ball, and it's come out to Walker-Peters now. He plays the ball inside. Pablo's touch was poor, and it comes to Okafor down the left. Now he's got a chance to run at the edge of the box. Now he's got space there, and he's got a chance of a shot, has he? And he's just allowed it to run out. He just took it too far, and I think it was Disasi who just got in front of him and stopped him from being able to put his cross in. But it was a great chance for Leeds there, and I thought that Okafor, as he was running into the box, would have had go. Just a poor touch on the edge of the 6-yard box that just allowed Disasi to get in there and shepherd the ball out. Ariola's Castellanos flicked it on. It's down the line for Bowen now. He's got to pull it in before the edge of the box. Lays it back. Castellanos has had a shot from the right-hand edge of the box, and it's just over the bar. But another quick break by West Ham there. Bowen was onside there, yeah. Perry looked like he had that covered there. He was quite happy to see it. It was well wide. I thought it was closer than it actually was there. The goal kick is taken. Ampadu lays it out to Strauch on the left. He's going to give it back to Perry. And then to Biol, who's back on now. Hope his head is clear. Perry almost closed down, gets the ball away. So over the head of Metcher, who's difficult game he's carrying on. Souček out to the right to Walker-Peters, just inside the Leeds half, lays it down the line to Bowen. He tries to play it inside to Souček, gets a return ball. Back to Walker-Peters. Walker-Peters being forced backwards. Played inside to Fernandez, who was beaten to it by Ampadu. And Disasi lays it back to Ariola. He gets out to Kilman. Kilman squares it into the middle of the pitch where Disasi can come forward. Tanaka goes to put pressure on. Bowen now over on the right-hand side. Plays the ball inside for Walker-Peters. It was a poor one. And Okafor has it now. Tries to pull the ball down the line for Metcher. Metcher's not got any change out of Disasi at all today. And now Diouf coming away down the left-hand side. Aronson shepherded him. He's got out to Traore. Traore comes on the right-hand side. It's a great pass to the right post, and it's headed on the post by Potts. It's Castellanos, in fact. Both got beards. Traore just held Aronson off it, shoulder to shoulder, and Aronson bounced off him. Traore got the cross in, right foot in. It was a great cross. And Castellanos probably ought to have scored. Hit the base of the post and it bounced out. And it comes again, another one to the back post, and this time it's in front of Jared Bowen. It's going to be picked up by Walker-Peters. He lays it out to Bowen, and Leeds have got to close them down a bit better. His shot is cleared away. Disasi is going to have a shot from the edge of the box. Another cross in from Fernandez, high into the air this time. It's high into the air. Can the Leeds keeper get there? He can. Perry comes for Walker-Peters on the edge of the box. He puts a left-footed chip into the box. Won by Bono. Metcher can't get it under control, and it comes out to Walker-Peters again. Leeds under a lot of pressure here. Sitting deep. Fernandez puts another cross in, and this time it's deflected away. Another corner, and the West Ham crowd are right into this now. And Leeds are sitting back. We hope they wouldn't do. And inviting pressure on. He's got to score there. He's got to score. Castellanos there. hits the post, and it looked easier to score. Okafor's down. And hopefully it's Okafor has just gone down just to take the pressure off Leeds for a bit and just slow the momentum down. But I don't know. And surely Leeds can't lose a third player to injury. More Leeds subs are warming up. So it looks like Gruev, Calvert-Lewin. So Calvert-Lewin will be coming on for Meche. It looks like Pirro may be coming on. Nonto was stripping off as well. Gruev. Nonto's stripping off, so he thinks he's coming on. But it's going to be a corner from the right-hand side, left-footed in-swinger. And it comes now. Into the air. Headed away. Ampadu gets a clearance, but it's not gone far, and it's just high and out for a throw on this near side. Diouf takes it quickly. Gets it across to Fernandes. Fernandes squares it to Disasi. Outside him is Walker-Peters. Bowen is out wider. He's going to attack James Justin now. James Justin does well to defend it, but it comes back to Bowen. He gives it to Walker-Peters on the edge of the box. Fernandes back to Bowen. Gets a bit of space on his left foot. He chips one into the box. It's headed. Castellanos, I don't think, maybe it came off. It's thrown out quickly. Meche brings it down, and this time it's good. And Aronson slips when it was a great ball inside, and he had support out wide as well, left by Okafor. Great chance for Leeds to break there, and now it's coming back to him with Walker-Peters inside to Bowen, who's seen more of the ball now, which we don't want. On the edge of the box, he tries to put his cross in. It's blocked by James Justin. Okafor there, but it doesn't get the ball. Fernandes has a cross. Okafor is in there. Fernandes is trying to win the ball back off him, goes down under pressure. Still has the ball, Fernandes, though. James Justin gets a toe in. Fernandes is rolling about on the floor like he's been shot. The ball goes down the line looking for the run of Aronson. And can he beat Kilman? No, he can't beat Kilman. Luke Kilman had a few yards start on him. And the ball goes back to Ariolo, who gets it straight out to Diouf, and they're coming flooding forward again, West Ham, and there's a lot of pressure for Leeds here. Diouf gets it to Pablo. Given back to Souček. Run forward by Walker-Peters, not seen by Fernandes. It's squared back to Souček. It gets out to Traore, Diouf on the left. Diouf comes back on the right-hand side, gives it back to Souček. He squares it outright to Sassi. He puts the ball into the box. It's flicked away by Biol, but not very far. It's a poor one. Traore's picked it up on the edge of the box, turning one way then the other. Biol tried to hold him off. Aronson's in there as well. But it's a corner. Leeds under a lot of pressure here, and Farker needs to make these substitutions sooner rather than later before Leeds concede the equaliser, which they're looking like they're going to do at the moment. West Ham have been all over Leeds in this second half. Corner here from Fernandes, right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side, and it comes. It's headed away to the edge of the box. It's Jared Bowen. His shot is blocked by Aronson. Comes out to Walker-Peters, out to Bowen on the right-hand side again. Comes inside on his left foot, puts a ball in, hits Ampadu, and Ampadu there is waving to the bench to say, get these subs on now. Gruev, Nonto and Calvert-Lewin coming on. Okafor going off with a limp. That's not good. Metcher goes off, Okafor goes off. Straight swap between Metcher and Calvert-Lewin. Gnonto will take the place of Okafor, and Gruev will come on. And now Tanaka comes off. He hasn't had the influence on the game in the second half than he did in the first half. Hasn't seen a lot of minutes, so maybe just ran out of a bit of steam. He put a lot of effort in that first half. So the throw's about to be taken. Goes back to Disasi. He squares it to Kilman in the centre circle, just inside the Leeds half, and gives it to Diouf on the near side. Back to Diouf. Kilman. Disasi gets it out to the right. Walker-Peters plays it inside. Pablo manages to lay it back, but it's only been picked up by Calvert-Lewin now. Plays the ball inside to Gnonto, lays it off. Gnonto gets the ball back, goes down under pressure. Disasi screaming in the face of the referee, luckily to get away with that. The free kick's conceded anyway. Well, he did. He leant into him and barged him over. It's going to be Gruev who's going to take this. It's 2 or 3 yards in from the far left touchline. Hand in the air, left-footed, and it comes high into the air. So, wasn't a great one. It sort of like curled away to the edge of the box, and Strauch was on the edge of the box and managed to wrap his foot round one. It was slightly behind him, but it was a good shot, and just over the top of the crossbar. But not the greatest of set pieces. There's no quality in that, which is poor for Leeds. We're missing Stack on those. Ampadu wins that ball, comes through to Gnonto on the edge of it. Trezor plays it into Aronson. Aronson, is he brought down there? Aronson is appealing for it. I don't think anything's going to be given for that. Pawson wasn't interested. The referee, ball goes down the near touchline. Everybody's appealing for it. Ampadu, Aronson. This is a VAR check. Maybe oh, yeah, he took him out. He never touched the ball. Aronson gets a touch of the ball there and he took him out over the top of the ball. That's a penalty. That's a penalty any day. That's got to be a penalty, that. Aronson gets a touch of the ball there and Kilman goes over the top of the ball and takes Aronson out. That's got to be a penalty. He never touched the ball. That's a penalty. This is a complete travesty of justice if this is not given. Over the top of the ball. He never touched it. The referee's going to go have a look at the screen. He's got to see that. He's got to see Kilman's swinging left foot goes over the top of the ball and takes Aronson out. He misses the ball completely. Yeah. That's a penalty. It's got to be. Commentators are saying it's a certainty. I'll believe it when I see it. But once the ref goes for a look at the screen, I mean, how many looks does he need, the referee? I mean, one look is enough as far as I'm concerned. Come on, referee. So he's had a look. He's walking back to the pitch. He'll tell square in the air. He'll tell the crowd what's going on. Penalty to Leeds. Kilman gets a yellow card. Careless challenge, says the referee. And Leeds have got the chance to go 2-0 up. Got to be a penalty, Jim, didn't it? There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Now, who's going to take this one? Calvert-Lewin, he missed the last one at Crystal Palace. And of course, all the West Ham players are going to gather around that ball and try and take as long as possible for this penalty to be taken. Referee's got to get a grip of it. Diouf's hanging around. Areola's been forced to get back to his line. And it's like Calvert-Lewin is going to take this one. Oh no, what's going on? Get a penalty and it starts buffering. And it was buffering while Calvert-Lewin took the penalty. He has scored and Leeds are 2-0 up. And I didn't see the knacking penalty. Can you believe it? I'll get to see the replay again there. It was lagging and went to buffering just as... I can't believe it. But the result is that it's 2-0 to Leeds. Calvert-Lewin has scored the penalty. I'm waiting for the replay now. And some of the West Ham crowd are walking out already. And I said that at the beginning of the game, that you can get on touch of you can have a look now. Yeah, that's a great penalty. The goalkeeper dives to his left. Calvert-Lewin goes to the right. And he needed that goal, did Calvert-Lewin, because he hasn't scored for a number of games now. Leeds are 2-0 up and got to protect this lead now. Go for the third. And right at the Leeds end as well. And they're still celebrating, the Leeds crowd. 9,000 of them there. Can see Wembley. Play goes on now. Driven high into the air. Strauch wins the header. Helped on by Gruev. Nonto takes it over the top of Walker-Peters. Gives it into, I think that was Aronson. Disasi, who's actually had a good game today. Disasi coming away. Nonto's putting pressure on him. And he has to lay it back to Fernandez. Kilman, who gave the penalty away, gets out to the left to Diouf. Back to Kilman. Fernandez now. Can't believe that some of the West Ham fans have left already. Traore slips past Aronson, puts his cross in. It's headed away by Bogle. I think that's a throw right next to the corner flag. Yeah, I just said that, Jim. West Ham supporters leaving. There's still 15 minutes to go. Anything could happen. Get one back and then it's all on again. Fernandez to take the corner. It went out for a corner, not a throw. Right hand in the air. Comes in now. It's deep onto the edge of the box, over the top of everybody. It's a poor one, that. And Disasi can't even reach it as it goes out for a throw on the opposite side. That's terrible one, that. Just when they had a chance of putting Leeds under pressure from a corner, it goes and puts in a cross like that. "9,000 Leeds crowd there. Look at them. They're bouncing. They can see Wembley. Eddie Gray smiling. He's enjoying it. Off the chest of Calvert-Lewin. Nonto's brought down and the free kick is given. Free kick's taken quickly. Calvert-Lewin brings it down on the edge of the left-hand box. Lays it to the edge of the box. It's Gruev. It's going to come out to the back of the box. It's Bogle. Squares it. Oh, there's Nonto across the 6-yard box, and he tried to do a back flick with his right foot, and it rolls agonizingly wide of that right-hand post. Unbelievable. Should have been 3. Game over. Areola takes the goal kick. Push in the back by Pablo on Strauch, and the free kick's given. Strauch chips it forward for the run of Calvert-Lewin. Can he bring it down? It's just half a step out ahead of him, and he can't bring it in before it rolls out for a goal kick. Marching on together from the Leeds crowd. Bowen hooks it forward left, looking for the run of Traore. He can bring it down with Bogle in front of him on the edge of the box. Tries to turn left, chips back in on the right. Diouf in support. He's sent him just a little bit back. Give it to Fernandez, back to Diouf. Traore gets the ball back, lays it back to Fernandez. Ampadu is working hard to push him back. Goes across to Disasi, then back to Kilman in the centre circle. West Ham have been pushed back. Fernandez. Back to Kilman. Back inside his own half is Disasi now. And Disasi is going to lay that all the way back to Areola. Areola takes his time before driving it long. With 10 minutes to go, you think he'd want it up there quickly, but Bowen brings the ball back down now. Strauch is in there. It's a good tackle, appealing for a free kick, but it wasn't given. And Nonto's got a lot of space down the left-hand side now to attack that left-hand edge of the box. He has a shot and it's blocked by Disasi. Like I said before, Disasi's had a real good game. Fernandez is under pressure from Aronson and Gruev. Aronson wins the ball, does he? Gruev still haven't got. I thought it had gone out, but it hasn't. Aronson now under pressure. Souček gets the ball after Walker Peters is in there. Walker Peters steps inside of his challenge and lays it out to the left-hand side. But it's Bo now on the edge of the box. He's going to hit one, is he? And he does, and it's a good save on the 6-yard box by Areola to tip it over the bar. Struck that well, did Bo now. Come forward, there was nothing in front of him, so I thought, why not? It's pity he didn't go for one of the corners because he was dead centre. And the corners were looking really inviting for Bo now there, but he went for power rather than accuracy. Yeah, that was a great chance for Nonto there. Jim wants it. It would have been all over if it had been 3. Corner to Leeds. Comes now from Gruev, right to the back post. Punched away by Areola. Picked up on the edge of the box by Ampadu. Gets it back out to Gruev again. Near side. He lays it back to Bogle. Puts it in. It's a poor one by Bogle. It's cleared away, but it comes back to Bogle. On the halfway line is Nonto now. Goes out to the left. It's James Justin. Going down the line for Calvert-Lewin. I wonder if it was offside flag, but it wasn't. Calvert-Lewin comes in, gets this cross. It's blocked by Walker Peters, and it's another corner to Leeds. And Leeds playing the game now in exactly the place they want to be. That's in the last third of the pitch for West Ham. Time's ticking away. With just 7.5 minutes to go. It's looking good for Leeds in a Wembley appearance. Out to the right-hand side, it's James Justin who's going to take this. Right-footed in-swinger from the left. Hand in the air, few steps back. Runs forward, takes it now to the back post. Areola makes a comfortable catch just inside his 6-yard box and then overarms out quickly. But it's well done by Gruev, who was watching for that. Diouf pushed him in the back and the referees picked that up. And it's a free kick to Leeds. And even more of the West Ham crowd leaving now. They've seen enough. They don't think their team's going to pull it back. No confidence in their team now. Bonow's going to take this free kick. Chips it forward down the right-hand side. Calvert-Lewin can't make it. It's headed away by Kilman. It's picked up by Aronson. Ball runs out for a throw. Is it going to be given to? Looks like it's going to be a Leeds throw. Ampadu's going to take it. Bogle's got a ball in his hand as well. This is time-wasting tactics, but why not? From Leeds, it would have happened to them if they were behind. Ampadu, long throw. He's a bit further out from the 18-yard box than you would expect for a long throw, but he's going to take it anyway, and it comes in now. Souček won it. Nonto, with his back to goal, he tries to lay it out to the edge of the box. James Justin tries to get in there, but he's beaten to it by Pablo. Nonto is in on Pablo. The deflection comes back to Nonto on the edge of the box. Lays it into Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin tries to edge it, backheel it back to the edge of the box. Comes out to Ampadu. His shot is blocked, but Gruev heads it back to Bogle. Bogle under pressure from Fernandez is chopped down by Fernandez, and Fernandez is probably going to get a yellow card for that. Frustration from Fernandez. Deserves everything he gets if he gets a yellow card for that. Referee's walking across. Is he not going to do anything for that? Well, Fernandez has got away with one there because he just chopped him down. But it's okay. It's all their time now. There's less than 5 minutes to go, and Leeds are not going to hurry to take this free kick. Danny Dyer's not a happy bunny. Well, it's level with the 18-yard box. It's about 5 yards out on the right-hand side, and it's going to be a Gruev left-footed in-swinger. Hand in the air, it comes down, chipped into the back post, and it's over the top of everybody. Strauch was blocked, but not going to get another penalty, surely. Ball's retrieved quickly to be taken as fast as possible, but we're into the last 3 minutes. Ariola's going to go long for this goal kick. Biol misjudges that, can't win it. Pablo heads it forward. Souček gets it out to the left-hand side to Diouf. He gives it into Fernandez. Fernandez squares it to Disasi. Walker-Peters on the outside. Gives it to Jared Bowen, who hasn't had much of an influence on this game, that's to be said. Disasi. Kyle Walker-Peters been forced back again. Back into their own half. It's with Fernandez now. He gets it out to Traore. Traore, under pressure from Bogle, it skips out without touching anybody, and it's going to be a throw to Leeds. And Nuno shaking his head. But he picks the team, and if he picks a weakened team... Bono, going to take this throw. Goes long. Flicked on by Aronson, but he's pushed Fernandez in the back, and on the halfway line, it's a free kick to West Ham. Fernandez gives it to Kilman. He gets it to Disasi, gives it back to Kilman. West Ham are not in any hurry to get this forward. I think they know the game's up with 2.5 minutes to go. 11 added minutes? You're joking. They said there's going to be 11 added minutes. Where's 11 added minutes come from? Fernandez gets it forward. Potts lays it back to... Pablo plays it back to Fernandez. He gives it back to Kilman. Out to the right to Disasi. Walker-Peters inside to Bowen. Gets it back to Walker-Peters. Goes for the return, but Walker-Peters gives it back to Souček. Traore now on the near side. Double teamed by Aronson and Bogle. Bogle gets his foot in there, gets it laid back to Diouf. Diouf is going to put a cross in. It's headed away. It's a good header as well. Aronson's going to try and go for the second ball. Souček can't make it. Gruev plays the ball forward, and Aronson's got a chance to get away down this left-hand side. He's got no support, so he's going to take his time, wait for support to come. Lays it inside to Bogle. Bogle has a shot, and it's over the bar. Should have gone for the far post, but he didn't. Couldn't keep the shot down. Yeah, I've got to agree, Jim. Where's that 11 minutes come from? You think that West Ham would be looking at it and think 11 minutes, hey, come on, we've still got a chance here. But that's just so slow. I mean, Areola, how long's he taking over this? High into the air, headed away by Ampadu. Picked up by Fernandez. He gets it inside, but Biol wins the loose ball. Ampadu has the ball taken off him by Traore. Souček. Disasi, still in the centre circle in his own half, gives it to Souček. Fernandez spreads it left to Traore, hugging that touchline. Aronson goes round Bogle and is fouled. And Bogle gets a yellow card for that. Fernandez gets away with chopping Bogle down earlier on, 5 minutes earlier, and Bogle gets a yellow card for that. Where's the consistency in that one then? I don't think anybody can believe that it's 11 minutes. Even the crowd are laughing when that was announced. 11 minutes. Where has all that come from? Fernandez now. From the left-hand side, hand in the air, right-footed in-swinger. And it comes. It's a poor one. It's cleared away by Gruev, but it's picked up by Fernandez again. He's got a chance to lay it back to Diouf. Diouf is going to put his cross in. And at the near post, it's headed wide. Is it Pablo's? Yeah, it's Pablo. It's a difficult one for him because it was just a tad behind him. And it was Kerr, and it's just hit the side net in there. Perry's going to take it. Goes long down the centre of the pitch. Nonto's not going to win that. It's going to go all the way back to the edge of the area where Walker Peters is going to pick up and then come back forward again. He squares it to Kilman. Coming left is Diouf. He chips one down the line, looking for the run of Pablo. He brings it down on his chest on the edge of the box, but he's lost control of it. Ampadu is going to drive it down the middle. Calvert-Lewin, it's a difficult one for him to control. It hit him on the chest. It was drilled at him. And West Ham come away with the ball again. Disasi in the halfway line chips it forward again for the run of Pablo. It's go over his head, but he can retrieve that and lay it back to Traore. Traore puts a cross into the back of the box, but Bowen can bring that one down. Nicely brought down as well. On left foot, he's going to have a shot, and it hits the inside of the post, and then the rebound comes out to Fernandez, and he tucks it in, and it's 2-1. It's a great shot there. Perry was nowhere near it. I just wonder whether Fernandez was offside there. Eight minutes to go. Perry drills it long. Headed down by Kilman. Diouf can turn to his left. Get the ball down the line for Fernandez. Back to Diouf. Kilman. Under pressure from Calvert-Lewin. It's given to Areola, who drives it high. Header won by Biol. Oh, Aronson's brought down, but he dwelt on the ball there. And some of the crowd trying to get back in now. They were on the way out, heard that West Ham had scored, and they've started coming back in. How fickle is that? They're all pouring back in again now. Unbelievable, isn't it? Look at them. And he went to the toilet. Free kick to Leeds. Ampadu squares it to Strauch. Strauch gets it to Nonto. Nonto plays it inside. Justin gives it back to Nonto. He's going to go for a run to the byline. Disassi, cool, wins the ball on the near post. Walker Peters is hemmed in there. Gives it to Disassi, who clears it high into the air. It's won by Gruev. He heads it back down to Ampadu. Ampadu is... Well, I thought it was brought down by Souček there, but there's nothing given. Disassi now squares it to Kilman. There's plenty of space in front of him to run forward, and all of a sudden there's a bit of urgency in this West Ham side where there wasn't before. Traore now has the ball on the near touchline. Chipped in. The cross is curling in towards Perry, and he makes a comfortable catch. A few nails being bit in the crowd by the Leeds fans now are under pressure. Headed forward by Kilman. Bonau's in there. Ampadu clears up, lays the ball back to Perry. Perry drives it high into the 6th minute of this 11. Nonto working hard to win it. Disassi. Difficult to win the ball back off Disassi today. Diouf now. Coming forward down the left-hand side. Gives it to Traore. On the edge of the box. Puts a cross in. And it's in the back of the net. And Disassi has put it in the back. And Leeds have conceded a 2-goal lead. And would you believe it? This 11 minutes of added time has come back to punish Leeds. Where it ever came from, I just do not know. And now it's 2-2. Strauch got his head in his hands, and why not? Wembley was there. And Danny Dyer, all of a sudden, he looks a happier bunny now. And I was just about to say, when Traore got the ball there, you've got to get closer to him. Look how far Bogle stood off him. Just giving him the space to put the cross in. Oh, he did. He kicked Strauch in the head there. I mean, is that not a dangerous? I mean, that's in his head. Is VAR going to take a look at that? VAR's got to take a look at that, surely. He's nearly kicked him in the head. I mean, I'm maybe clutching at straws here, but the referee is having a look at it. VAR checking it. The goal has not been given yet. Will Leeds get a reprieve? And Strauch is just telling Fernandez there, he kicked me in the head. His foot was high, and he was. Be lucky if Leeds get away with this one, but he's going to have to go and have a look at this. It's given. It's given. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? What have they not seen there that the rest of us have seen? That he kicked Strauch in the head in the act of putting that in the back of the net. And what are VAR doing here? The VAR is absolutely pathetic. I may be clutching at straws there, but that was certainly a high foot that kicked Strauch in the head as he put the ball in the back of the net. Ball's headed on. Well, at the moment, looks like there's only going to be one winner now, and that's West Ham. They've got all the momentum. Strout commits a foul on the edge of the pitch on the halfway line. Free kick given. It's funny how all the crowd's suddenly flooded back in again now. From the halfway line, free kick is high into the air. Headed away by Justin. Back in again. Stroke heads it away. Kilman was in there. Bowen on the edge of the box. Ball comes off. James Justin. It's a throw. Looks like it's going to be a long throw from that far side there. No, it's a foul throw. I mean, how did they get away with that? High into the air. Aronson can't make it, brings it down on his chest. Traore almost took it off him. It's high in the air again. Nodded on by Nonto. Back in again on the chest of Traore. Played the ball in. Castellanos. Ampadu gets across. Defended well. Plays the ball into... Well, it came into Calvert-Lewin and his ball out to Nonto was a poor one and it goes out for a throw. And Leeds have lost the plot for the moment. Kilman has the ball now. Gives it to Diouf on the halfway line on the left-hand side. Chips it forward for the run of Traore, but he's not going to get there before it goes through to Perry. He lays it out to Beale. Beale goes long. Flicked on. Nonto through the middle now. Can he make the ball? No, he can't before Walker-Peters gets there and he clears it out for a throw. And there's still 2 more minutes to go, and that's 11 gone already. So it's 13 minutes of added time. Gruev's let the ball get away, but he managed to win it back again. James Justin gives it to Nonto. He goes over. Fernandez, and it's a free kick over on the left-hand side. And will Leeds get a last chance in this last couple of minutes? We need quality from this set piece, and Gruev's last one wasn't quality. Left-footed. Hand in the air. Whistle goes. And it comes now. Calvert-Lewin, and it was right behind him, and he did well to even get it anywhere on target. No pressure on it. And it's another pathetic free kick from Gruev. And Diouf battling with Aronson now. And the free kick's given. And Diouf goes rolling on the floor as if he was the one that was fouled when it's actually him that was penalised. If someone gets up off the floor, having a word with Ampadu. Ampadu walked back down. Beale's going to leave it for Perry to take this one. Into the last minute. High into the air. Extra time. Well, would you believe it? Semi-final and Wembley was there for grabbing for Leeds, and they've had it snatched away from them. Don't know what to say after that. Don't know what to say. Hello, little boy. There you go. You going to sit with me? No. No, even a dog don't want to sit with me. No, I've got to agree with you, Jim. I don't know. Leeds lost that 2-0. I suppose when the luck's with you, the luck's with you. I mean, Bowen's shot, it was unlucky that didn't go in because it was a great shot that hit the post, but it could have gone wide. It could have gone anywhere, couldn't it? And it fell straight to Fernandez, who just tucked it in. The equaliser, well, there's an argument there that Disas's foot was high in the air, and it was. And again, I don't know what VAR are not seeing. If that wasn't in the box, if that wasn't a goal, anywhere else on the pitch, that would have been a free kick for a foot high. But again, VAR have bottled it. And VAR is not working. It's pathetic. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's pathetic. It's not worked. And it needs a major overhaul because we'll look back on that and they'll show replays before the first half of extra time gets underway. But it should have been a free kick. I'm convinced of it. Maybe that's my Leeds head on again. Maybe someone who's not a Leeds fan, like yourself, Jim, maybe you can give me your thoughts on it. But I thought that the foot was high and VAR should have overruled it. And the last thing I wanted was extra time because I'm supposed to be taking the wife out for a bar meal. So I might not get to do all this extra time. If I don't get to do it, everybody who's watching, you'll have to forgive me, but I have committed to something. 7 o'clock appointment. It's 20 to 7 now, so we'll see how it goes. His foot was up around Strauch's head. How could they have given that? I just don't understand it. His foot was up high. It was head high. How is that not given as a free kick? And half that West Ham crowd who were singing like mad now were probably halfway home. Still waiting for this first half to start. Long break in between the end of the game and the start of the first half. But it's going to be a change of ends with Leeds going to attack, hopefully, from right to left. They've gone back into a huddle there, so they're going to just get their heads together and clear their thoughts because they haven't lost. It's just equalised. Ampadu really trying to get them going again now. VAR not fit for purpose. I couldn't agree more, Jim. Leeds to kick off eventually when the ref gets his act together. Here we go. 15 minutes. Back to Perry. Perry chips it high into the air. Headed on. Cleared away by Disasi. Bounces over Pablo's head. Out to the right. Bogle tries to hit it forward. It's a poor one by Bogle. Bogle's had a poor game. It's all the way forward. What's happened to Perry? Oh, has it gone in? Has it gone in? What was Perry doing? What the hell was Perry doing? It took the bounce over his head. Perry's happy that it's gone in. Castellanos has put it in, but it's Perry's fault there. The first mistake was by Bogle, who tried to lump one forward. He's had an awful game, and it was easily picked off, and it was chipped forward for the run of... Awful mistake by Bogle, and maybe he's offside there as well. The keeper comes for it on the edge of his box. What was he doing? That's well in, is that? If he's not offside, that's well in. What the hell was Perry doing? And that's the reason why. That's the reason why we haven't even had him in goal. Strout can't keep that out. That's well over the line. And he's offside, as it looks by the looks of things. No. No goal. Lucky to get away with that one. Awful mistake by Bogle and an awful mistake by the goalkeeper. An arm and half a chest offside. Goes back to Strauch. Gruev goes down the middle. Slided in was Disasi, but he missed it. It goes all the way back to Diouf, and he goes all the way back to Areola. He's going to drive it long. Pablo pushing. Headed back by Bourne. Bogle's away down the line. Can he atone for his last mistake? He's got support with him. Bogle, it's shot, it's into the back, and it's not gone in yet. What was Nonto doing then? It almost went in twice, and then at the end, just a bit of composure from Nonto, and he smashed it high over the bar and wide. Walker-Peters back heel off the line, and then Nonto, Aronson was there waiting to put it in. How's he done that? The second Gruev shot it was Ampadu. Was it Gruev? No, it was James Justin's shot was blocked. And then when it came to Nonto, no composure whatsoever. Come on, I need a bit of good luck here, boy. Header forward by Ampadu. Bogle's going to make it, is he? He heads it on. Calvert-Lewin wasn't reading that. It's cleared away. Down the line. Bourne out. Just plays it out. Diouf on the halfway line on the far side. He's going to take the throw. Pablo hooked back into the air. Castellanos. Biol wins that one. Bogle plays it forward. Must have gone out for a throw, that, because it's got to go all the way back. Halfway back into the Leeds half over on that left-hand side. In fact, it's going further and further and further. And that's another foul throw. I mean, what is going on with these referees and linesmen? Traore crosses it. It's over the head of Gruev. Walker-Peters. Shot is too close to Perry, who gets down smartly to his right and makes a save. Went through the legs of Justin, but luckily Perry had a good view of that one. Strauch has it, gives it to Gruev, back to Strauch. Nonto. Gruev. Ampadu. Lays it into Nonto. He can turn and lay it out to the left to Justin now. Nonto makes a run down the outside and then steps on the ball and falls over. Manages to keep hold of it though. Lays it into Justin, but it's cleared away by Disassi. All the way to the halfway line where Strauch will pick it up. Plays it back into Ampadu to Gruev. Strauch lays it out to Biol.
This is the remote of here.
Bono gets it down the line. Can Bogle pull it back? Just didn't pull it back far enough for the on-rushing Calvert-Lewin. Another great chance there and another poor ball by Bogle. Traore tries to go past Ampadu. Manages to hold on to it. Pablo's got the ball now. He lays it back to Fernandez. Souček. Sassi. Walker-Peters on this near side. Gives it to Bowen. Gives it back to Walker-Peters. He plays the ball into Souček. Goes down the line looking for the run of Bowen, but it's headed away by Justin. Nonto plays a little flick ball inside. Calvert-Lewin lays it back to Ampadu, and he gets it forward for the run of Nonto, but I think he was probably offside there. Areola clerks it anyway. Walker-Peters. Back to Areola. Coming short for it is Fernandez. Back to Fernandez. Disassi. Bowen. Ampadu working hard to get the ball back. Gets it under control. Lays it into Aronson. Aronson gets it to Bono. Bono squares it to Biol. Into the middle is Gruev. Gives it back to Ampadu. Gets it back. Does Gruev. And back out to Biol. Ampadu. Bono tries to get it down the line to Aronson. Wins the throw. I hope it doesn't go to penalties, Jim, because I've got to go out soon.
Come on, get ready, come on.
Bono has it. Dwells on it. Aronson can't control it. Wins the ball back. Tries to chip it back inside. Taken off Calvert-Lewin. Laid back to Areola. He chips out right looking for Walker-Peters. Nonto's with him. Nonto wins the ball back with Gruev. Gruev is going down the inside left channel. He's got a chance of a shot, and it's not a convincing one. Wasn't on target. Hey, boy, you put your gear on. Are we going out soon? Eh?
Yeah, what do you think?
Areola drives it long, high into the air. Strauch wins the header. Fernandez is in on goal here. Oh, it's cleared away off the line. Fernandez picks the ball up again on the edge of the box, tries to chip it in. Ampadu wins the header, helped on by Gruev. Out to the left, it's Diouf. There's the ball down the line for Traore. Can he cut the ball back? Ball's deflected off Ampadu. It stays in play. Diouf gets the ball back from Traore. He lays it back to Kilman. Kilman gives it back to Diouf. He gives it to Disassi. More central now. Diouf Tries to give it to Kilman. Aronson gets in there but concedes the throw. Perry saved that one from Castaneta with his head. Castellanos. Danny Dyer looking a bit more happier now. Aronson wins the ball. Diouf gets it back off him as he tries to nutmeg him, gives it to Traore. Traore going round one. Aronson wins the ball back, clears it down the line. Calvert-Lewin had come short. He wasn't going to get that. And in his own half, Disasi lays it all the way back to Areola, who's well out of his area. Disasi gets the ball back and lays it back to Areola. With 4 minutes of this first half gone. To go, shall I say. Bono. There's the ball inside to Bowen. Bowen has a shot. It's the post again. Can you believe it? And it's gone in. And Fernandez is offside. It's Pablo's offside, though. It's a great shot by Bowen. He's hit the post again. And that deserved to go in. That was a great shot from about 25 yards out. Hit the post. The rebound came out to Pablo, who was offside when the original shot was hit. Well offside as well. Looks like it's only a matter of time, Jim, before we lose this one. Danny Dyer bouncing around. He wasn't that happy when you were 2-0 down. Ball down the line, chasing it is Bogle with Diouf. He can hold him in there. Diouf goes down the line. It's won by Beal, plays it inside. Souček picks the ball up. Pablo has the ball down the right. Bowen's away down the inside right channel. He's only got one man on the goalkeeper to beat. On his left foot, he tries to go for the far corner. A bit of curl on it. He's hit it wide. Thinks it's a corner, but it's not. Not as positive as the shots where he's hit the post. Might have had an argument there about a corner as well. Coming forward is Gruev now. He gives it to Justin, back to Gruev. Ampadu gives it back to Gruev. Back to Strauch. Beal wants it wide and gets it wide. It's another ball that's rolled to him instead of struck to him, so he has a bit more space, and he was closed down Pablo in the end there. I can't understand these balls where they roll them out wide and it gives the defender a chance to get across and put a challenge in. You know, if you just roll it a bit quicker, looks like Pirro's maybe going to come on. Free kick to Leeds. It's a couple of yards in from the touchline. It's a long way out over on that right-hand side, but it's a chance for Leeds to put it in there. This time, James Justin's going to take it. Has he got any quality in his crosses that Gruev hasn't had since he came on? Goes high in the air. It's an easy catch for Areola, and no, he didn't have the quality either. Spread out to the right. Walker-Peters is going to bring it down just on the halfway line. Crosses the halfway line. He's got plenty of space in front of him. All the Leeds defence are backing off now, inviting the pressure on. It's given to Pablo. Souček. And on the halfway line, it's Disasi. Goes out to Kilman. Kilman gives it back to Disasi, still in the centre circle, just inside the Leeds half, but he steps inside Calvert-Lewin, who gets the toe in. Ampadu wins it. And then Bowen brings Nonto down. Free kick given, taken quickly. James Justin now gives it to Aronson in the centre. He's got a chance to run down the middle now. He's got Bogle out for support on the right-hand side. Gives it to Bogle. Tries a couple of step-overs. Tries to go around Diouf, and he's taken easily off him. And Bogle's stranded in the middle of nowhere. Where's the remote?
It's the remote there. Oh,
Oh, who gives it you then?
it's 7 o'clock now.
I know, I'm going to go now. This is just stuck here, look. It's frozen again. Ball went out to the left-hand side and it was struck wide. It's Traore that was running across the halfway line. He got out to the left-hand side where Diouf was overlapping, and from the wide angle, he's screwed his left-footed shot wide of Perry's near post. As soon as it gets to half-time, guys, I'm going to have to call it a day because I've got a prior appointment and I have to go. And the pitch is frozen again, which isn't helping.
Come on, then, let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry, I have to break in unlike this, guys, but I have a prior appointment and I'm not expecting this. So all I can do is just say sorry about can't finish the game off, but thanks for everyone watching. Thanks, Jim, for your support again. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. It's a weekend, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Friday, I think there's next one where we'll do. So hope you can join us then. Thanks anyway. Sorry I've got to dash off, but nothing I can do about that. Enjoy the